Hello, everyone. I'd like to give you a course tour for Research 503, Research Methods and Biostatistics. So let's go into our course. Here we are in the announcement page, and you will see the first announcement that will be there for the first day of class. And here it tells you exactly what to get done. The most important thing is for you to purchase your e-textbook, which is part of the Course Point platform from Lippincott. This platform will be used for homework assignments, and you will complete them in that platform. Also, just follow all of the information for you to complete. That would be, of course, looking at this video and also to complete the intellectual honesty certification assignment. So now let's come over here. Announcements will be made usually on a weekly basis and sent to you as an email. In the course information section, you'll see information about your faculty member, and then you will see the course syllabus and course schedule. There will be an orientation session with your faculty for the course. Please have these available and look over them before that meeting so that you can ask questions. Next, this is the information about the course textbook. This is the link so that you can purchase it directly from Lippincott. They are able to offer us a fee that is less expensive than the textbook alone, and that is $95. Also, here are your course objectives, and they will show the alignment to each of the program objectives, which are here, and then some other different policies. Now, let's come into the resource link that contains information about technology, college and department resources, university, and then the Daily Dose, which is our electronic newsletter for the College of Nursing Health Professions. Next, we have the course resources. This is a link to a library guide specifically for Research 503. This is a video on getting library help. And then another great area, which is Research Methods Knowledge Base. Now, when we go to policies, there are university policies, College of Nursing and Health Professions, and we do not have any specific program policies. Now, this is a link that will take you right here to the doorstep, I call it, of the library, and that is there for your convenience. The first thing, though, is to come to the Begin Here area. You've already been there, and that's how you came upon this particular video. But now, this explains how the course is taught and why. What has happened is that we are using concepts of the neuroscience of learning theory in everything that we're doing here. So please take a look at that. And then we highly suggest that you utilize flashcards. And so we give information on that here. Now, you will notice that when you go to each of the weeks of the course, and that is how the modules are broken up, they're weekly modules, 10 of them. You will find they are all basically set up the same. And so there's a very brief description of what the focus is for that week, the weekly objectives, then the instructional materials that you'll be using, and the learning activities and assignments that you will be completing. So for instructional materials, come here. And there are some additional videos and also sometimes infographics and also other handouts. And these will be very helpful to you. Now, if we also go to week 1 and we take a look at the assignments, you will see that here it tells you what to complete in Course Point. It will do that each week. Then you have a weekly quiz. The weekly quiz is 20 multiple choice items. You can complete this until you get a perfect score. And part of that will help you to also learn the content, that repetition of going through those items. Here is a discussion board where we'll be introducing yourself to one another. Now, if we go to week 2, we see that it's set up in the same manner. Again, instructional materials. And if I go back, now I can go down to assignments. And you see here we have homework and we have a quiz. Now, there are 2 discussion forums in this course. So if I come down to the discussion board, you will see here's a coffee chat cafe in the discussion board. That is really for learners. Faculty don't go in there. You will also see a course question area, so feel free to post your questions there. This is where you'll be making your introductions. You can start during the preview week, introducing yourself to your fellow learners. Now, this is not a discussion board per se, but you will have to choose an article for the final project, and that will be explained to you during the course orientation. So you'll submit that here for your faculty to approve. Now, here are the 2 discussion board forums. One is on quantitative and qualitative research. And I will tell you that in the past, we found that our learners really weren't understanding the difference between quantitative and qualitative research. And so there are 2 articles for you to review, and then you respond to the questions about the differences between the 2 types of research. Next, we have our discussion board on the ethics in research, and in this particular discussion board, you have a choice of 3 different videos that you can watch, and then what you can do is you can discuss, and by answering these questions, those particular ethical considerations. Now, if we come into the assignments area, which is here, this shows all of the methods of evaluation. And so I've talked about the quizzes, there's homework, the discussion boards, there's 2. The final project is a research study analysis, and that is a PowerPoint presentation based on an article of your choosing, and you create a video presentation using one or the other tool or another tool of your choice to do so. And it's usually a 12 to 15 minute video. And you get a high percentage of points for that. You're putting into action everything you've learned throughout the course. Now you have a 2 tests. One is for weeks 1 through 4 and another for weeks 5 through 8. Again, this is a quiz that's a multiple choice, a test that's multiple choice, and you get 15% for each of those. And the quizzes will help you with those. The flashcards will help you with those. And what you will also do is you will have a blueprint ahead of time to tell you what the areas of focus will be on those. Now, what you also have is just some information on how to view your grades and comments for them. Please complete this intellectual honesty certification immediately on coming into the course. Now you can use this grade calculator along the way to put in your various grades and what the weights are for each of those grades. This just tells you about the weekly homework in Course Point. This tells you about the weekly quizzes. This gives you that discussion board rubric. And this talks about Exemplify. This is the tool that we're going to be using to give you your test for the number 1 test and number 2 test. Exemplify is simply a tool that we like to use. They are open book. You do not have a lockdown browser, and your ID will not be checked. You cannot use it on mobile devices or on a tablet or Chromebook. You need to have a good working computer for these. You will have 2 hours, or what we call 120 minutes, to complete each of the tests. They are made available no later than Sunday of the week that you're going to take the test, and then they close Thursday at 11:59 at the end of the testing period. But what we'd like you to do is to download this Exemplify, okay, and be able to take the mock test. And the password for the mock test is down here, and it's 123. And that way, you know that Exemplify is working for when you go to take your examinations. This is information on the research study analysis. This is the rubric for you. And then here is information on the technology. Since this submitted during week 10, you'll find that same information there. And so, folks, that concludes our course tour.